everybody, and welcome back to another episode of Reaction Therapy. I'm your resident psychotherapist, Tom Stevens, here to break down lyrics to the 21 Pilots journey we are on. Today, it is Ride, the song we're going to cover. When I looked up this video to start it, it had 1.3 billion views on YouTube. So I've never heard it. I cannot wait to hear. If I'm going on a ride, I want to go with Tyler and Josh. That's where I want to go. I cannot wait for this. Thanks so much for being a part of Reaction Therapy. If you want more content than you already see right now, go to our memberships on YouTube, subscriptions on Patreon. That is a way to support and to see so much more. You won't believe it. Even a ton of 21 Pilots is out there also. So check that out. And thank you for helping us spread our mission to the world. Mental health awareness to the world through music and lyrics is what it's about. 21 Pilots, y'all. Let's do this without further ado. 21 Pilots, Ride. Yeah. Up, up, up.
I just want to stay in the sun where I find I know it's hard.
This sounds very familiar. This must have been a really popular song. Idiot, right? Everybody will say to me. I'm learning and I'm honest. I've heard that sound somewhere. I don't know if it's a clip on TikTok. I don't know if it's somewhere else. But wow, what a start to a song. Just want to stay in the sun. Theoretically, like I would love to stay in the sun too if it's not 100 degrees like here in Texas, but staying in the sun, in the brightness, out in the air sounds amazing. Let's hear it. Come on, I want to focus here. Come on, come on.
I just want to stay in the sun where I find I know it's hard sometimes. Pieces of peace in the sun's peace of mind. I know it's hard sometimes.
Yep.
Yeah, I think about the end just way too much. But it's fun to fantasize on my enemies who wouldn't wish who I was. But it's fun to fantasize.
Whoa, man. So much contemplation. I feel like he is an amazingly deep thinker, and so sometimes could probably get caught lost in his mind of just swirling in thoughts. And sometimes you talk to people, they'll like literally have conversation out loud with themselves about things because it helps them process. Sometimes people just deep think and they just contemplate and go through things. And sometimes thinking of the end, we go there. And so when that happens, that's not a horrible thing. That's just a lot of times people who really visualize and feel intensely and they are imagining it. And so sometimes if something really, scary is happening, like going to the dentist or a doctor or something, people will envision it, imagine it. And sometimes it's actually soothing to imagine something like that. But I think he's describing, this is where my mind goes. Like I'm contemplating the end and boy, wouldn't it be nice to stay in the sun all the time? But it's hard. Like finding peace, finding serenity, finding comfort is not easy all the time. And so when people say, just be happy or just go to your happy place or come on, let's just go outside and let's run around and it doesn't always make people happy. Sometimes they need to be able to, hold on, I'm just not there yet. I need some time. I need some space. That's different than people who just leave themselves in the dark. Remember, don't curl up in a ball in a dark room watching social media, making yourself more depressed. That doesn't help you get out of problems. That creates more problems. Go out for a walk, move. But I don't mean naturally just turn the frown upside down and try to be happy all the time. I mean, recognize I need a good balance. And sometimes I'm going through a depressive state. Sometimes I need an uplift and encourager. This music gets me encouraged. I'm amazed at, number one, the way they present themselves, the makeup on the face that shows a feeling and expression. And then also, he's starting to play in the sunlight. And then as soon as he starts singing, it goes dark. Phenomenal.
Much, but it's fun to fantasize.
Yep.
On my enemies who wouldn't wish who I was. But it's fun to fantasize. Oh, I'm falling, so I'm taking my time on my ride. I'm falling,
I've heard this song. When I heard that chorus, I'm like, I've heard this. I just never had any idea what it means. This goes to my upbringing, right? I listen to music. I'm like that. Don't like that. That's okay. That's awesome. All because of hearing the music. And when I hear it, I probably heard it on the radio at some point, and I'm like, wow. So it was probably popular enough, 1.3 billion views. Where was I, right? That it was probably playing all the time. I'm going to slow down and enjoy this ride. I'm falling. I can relate. Like, any normal person can relate to this. Like, sometimes I am falling. This is not like, oh my goodness. And I'm just taking my time on the ride. I'm like milking it, making it last, and just trying my best to just keep the fall going. And sometimes it's hard to just get ourselves out of the fall. But what a great song, the music.
I die for you, that's easy to say. We have a list of people that we would take. A bullet for them, a bullet for you, a bullet for everybody in this room. But they don't seem to see many bullets coming through. See many bullets coming through. Metaphorically, I'm the man, but literally, I don't know what I do. I'd live for you, and that's hard to do. Even harder to say when you know it's not true. Even harder to write when you know that tonight there were people back home who tried talking to you, but then you ignored them still. All these questions, they're falling like, who would you live for? Who would you die for? And would you ever kill?
Sorry, I'm screaming. This is so good. I love this group, the way they put things together. I've got to hear it again because he's talking all about, the best I could hear without bouncing around, dying. Who would I die for? I wonder. Like, it's easy to say that, but realistically, who would I die for? Like, who would I put my life on the line for and out in front of? Oh, bullet for you, bullet for you, bullet for everybody. That's just so good. Like, it's easy to say that. Yeah, man, I'd jump in front of a bus for you. No, there's very few people when it comes down to it that you actually do. Putting myself out in front of somebody for somebody, that's different. But he's deep contemplation about what does life really mean and how much of life really matters and who really matters. Not that he doesn't care for people. It's not that we don't care for people and love people. It's that, wow, when you go that deep to think, who would I die for? Oh my goodness. That last line's phenomenal. Metaphorically, I'm the man. Metaphorically, I'm the man. I die for you. But literally, I don't know what I'd do. I mean, so well said. I don't know what I would do. I honestly don't know what I'd do. And you don't know until that moment comes. Right? This is. I got to hear all this.
I die for you, that's easy to say. We have a list of people that we would take. A bullet for them, a bullet for you, a bullet for everybody in this room. But they don't seem to see many bullets coming through.
Nope.
See many bullets coming through. Nope. Metaphorically, I'm the man, but literally, I don't know what I do. I'd live for you, and that's hard to do. Even harder to say when you know it's not true. Even harder to write when you know that tonight there were people back home who tried talking to you, but then you ignored them still. All these questions, they're falling like, who would you live for? Who would you die for? And would you ever kill? Taking my time on my ride. I'm falling, so I'm taking my time on my ride. Taking my time on my ride.
Taking my time. I'm falling. I've thought about everything. Look, it's easy for us to speak words, right? Man, who would you live for? Who would you die for? Would you ever kill? Like, I don't even want to answer these questions. That's how serious. Like, I don't know, man. That's just, it's like when you get into therapy, people get in my office and there's uncomfortable questions you just don't want to answer. Or when you get in a group setting with people and it's like, I don't even want to answer that question. I don't even want that to come to me because that is too deep. And he's willing to put it on the line. But he's taking his time. I'm falling and I'm taking my time on this ride. Like I'm going downhill And it doesn't mean everything's horrible and it's the end. It just means my mind mentally is going to this place, and I'm taking my time. I'm running myself through the ringer here.
I've been thinking too much.
Woo!
I've been thinking too much. I've been thinking too much. I've been thinking too much.
Yep.
Me. I've been thinking too much. I've been thinking too much. I've been thinking too much. Help me.
Okay, this is the church element. I see it so often from 21 Pilots, and the build up here, I feel like it's coming of bigger, bigger, louder, louder. And we are coming to that crescendo of what this song's about. And I think their music, for me, gets me into the That's why I say church, because often in church there's music that just builds and builds and gets the feeling going and gets you in the right frame of mind emotionally. And I think they do a phenomenal job in this group of helping you feel what they're trying to express through the lyric, I think.
I've been thinking too much. I've been thinking too much. Help me. I've been thinking too much. I've been thinking too much. I've been thinking too much. Oh, 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 oh. I'm falling, so I'm taking my time on my ride. Oh, 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 I'm falling, so I'm taking my time. Taking my time on my ride. I'm falling, so I'm taking my time on my ride. I'm falling, so I'm taking my time on my. I've been thinking too much. Help me. I've been thinking too much. Help me. I've been thinking too much. I've been thinking too much. I've been thinking too much. Help me. I've been thinking too much. I've been thinking too much. I've been thinking too much. Help me.
21 Pilots ride, the build up at the end, all the way to the peak, and then the bring back down. Incredible ride. I loved it so much. So much about life and the contemplation of like, why am I here? And what really do I stand for? It's so critical for people to know that. What you stand for, what you believe, what you're willing to do, like where your line is drawn in relationships and life and priorities and principles, all of that. So well said, 21 Pilots. I love it. But remember, this isn't real therapy, just Tom breaking down lyrics to music. If you want professional help, check the link in the description of this video. There is help out there. And check our Discord server. There's help there, support, friendship, 2,600 people strong, chatting about all kinds of mental health and just being great friends to people. It is so fun over there. Hope to see you over there. Go see Patreon or YouTube memberships. We have extra content, private live streams for members only. So much great stuff. You don't want to miss it. It's out there. And most of all, leave me your comments, feedback, insight. Let me know what you think about this video. 21 Pilots ride, mental health, reaction therapy, whatever you want. I can't wait, but especially the 21 Pilots, because I learned so much from each of you that give me comments on this group. Probably the best, most thorough comments come from everybody talking about 21 Pilots. It's incredible. But thank you so much, and I'll see you on the next Reaction Therapy.